Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie, and this is your February 2023 reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Kindly remember that this is a general reading and that time is fluid, so please apply what resonates currently and suspend the rest. This reading can be applied to relationships, career, and personal growth, as well as to the sign of Virgo wherever it presents in your birth chart. If you would like a personal reading, please see the information in the description box below or send me an email at ladyoftheunknown555@gmail.com. And with that, let's get started. So Aries, during your pre-shuffle, I kept getting the feeling of someone being swept off their feet into chaos, is what it felt like. And I have to wonder if at this point right now, if you are feeling out of control or like something or someone, a situation is pulling you in a multitude of different directions. And quite frankly, it's confusing you completely. It's not that you don't know what you want. It's just you don't know if what's in your space right now can get you there or is what you want but just hidden. So it almost feels like you just can't really make a choice even though there are so many options in front of you. With the Ace of Wands as the overall energy, this is a feeling of being motivated, inspired, go-getter type of energy. This is someone or something entering your life. Okay, Aries, this could be you, something external to you that is igniting this flame within you. This could be a new spiritual connection. But in general, this is a feeling that is going to sweep right into your life quickly and hot. And it's exactly your element. It's going to make you feel comfortable. It's a choice. So if before you had no idea exactly where something was leading, where you were going, where you felt more comfortable, this is something that's going to offer you the clarity you need. It's almost like a candle being lit in the dark. It's going to offer you something to guide you into this decision that you've been waiting to make, wanting to make. Currently, you have the Emperor, so this is your major arcana. This is your energy. This is a 4. This is stability. This is you working very hard and expanding into this space. You are not short on confidence at all, Aries. This is you standing in your power. This is you firm with your heels dug in the ground. You know exactly where you want to go and what you are building. There is no doubt here in who you are, what you want. Your block is the 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is work related. If this is a partnership, this is a partnership you have dedicated yourself to. This is a craft, if this is an identity, this is something that this is very well practiced. This is who you've always been. This is what you've always done. This is perhaps for some, right, an opportunity to work at something that you are currently maybe self-employed on right now, or that you can do without someone overwatching, looking after you and hovering over you to see if you do a good job. This is something you're very self-sufficient in, something you're an expert at, I even want to say, Aries. Something you are just almost the best at. You excel tremendously. There's a feeling here of wanting this inspiration, and now this month you are going to get it. The only thing crossing you is maybe certain barriers keeping you from getting back in the game. Keeping you from practicing and warming back up that skill set to get back in. Or just a really mediocre opportunity of you being able to get it done. Being able to practice. There's something about it just doesn't feel like it's up to par. It's not up to your standard. You also could be connecting with another Aries where this applies. Now, overarching the energy, the best case scenario, the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is who you could be connecting with, but this is about a long-term goal that perhaps you have been waiting what feels like 1,000,000 damn years, Aries. It's been a long time coming. You don't exactly operate in pentacles, right? You operate in wands. So whatever this is, this has been taking a lot longer than you were planning, a lot longer than you wanted. Well, the good news is the hand, the arm on the clock is finally striking a different number. You are finally moving along in this path, taking that next step forward. Finally, things are beginning to look a little bit more interesting for you, and in a positive, long-lasting way, set in stone type of way. The reason it's all happening is the Six of Wands. It's because you've finally become recognized. It almost feels to me like you've been in a hermit mode, Aries, like you've been in an energy of recuperating, reflecting, reviewing, fighting for your keep. There might have been some competition recently where you've really had to fight your way back to the top or fight your way to being recognized in terms of business, right? Just the landscape of how we do business has changed now, right? So it's maybe the learning curve, something you had to adjust to, something you had to learn, but you are being recognized anew. For those of you where this is not drawing on a past experience, just maybe something you were interested in and that you have been working on, you are seeing progress finally, and it's because folks are finally watching you and seeing you as someone who is truly capable of doing this job. For some of you, this is about either a recent promotion or a promotion that is coming in, and it's going to offer you an opportunity to work independently. And this is in exact alignment with a goal that you've had for quite a while. Recent past, we have Judgment. This is renewal. This is the revival of something, a second chance, a reconciliation for some. But this is about having closed off a previous situation, right? Closing off a previous skill set. And now you are having a second chance, an opportunity to really put this into practice again, an opportunity to see this through. This is a very individualistic journey. This could involve another person, Aries, but more than anything, I feel like if someone else is involved, it's not as important to you as you are to yourself, as important as your career is to you, as important as your goals for self-improvement or spiritual growth, etc., are for you. This is more about you and making sure you're good with yourself before you can say yes to any other person, any other job, any other life experience. You are getting this second chance. For some, this is about you having connected with your past recently. And something about this has shown you how much you've grown and how ready you are for this recognition, for being at the center of this, being in the limelight. Coming in, you've got the Knight of Cups. You could be connecting with a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, but this is about you moving forward in a very enjoyable way. This is you loving what you do, right? The Knights are on horses, which indicates that this is a journey, this is movement and progress forward. So as you move forward through this situation, either with a person or within yourself, this is about a very healthy progression into the future. The next step will have been slow, but it was done correctly. So this is about moving in a very, very healthy, emotionally balanced, satisfying way. With or without this person, but more than anything, this is you connecting to a version of yourself or a version of events that you were hoping that could have happened the first time that you are getting now a second chance to do. How you're feeling currently is the Two of Swords. Aries, for the love of everything, this is not you. This indecision, closing yourself off, you are one of the most passionate signs of the zodiac. This energy that you're sitting in right now is not you. You know that. That's why you're here right now. You know that for everything you stand for and everything you have ever existed to be, indecisive is not one of them. If anything, you joke about Libras being this. And I myself am a Libra rising, so I can't say you're totally wrong. But this is not you, sweetie. This is not you, Aries. This is not you. This is how you're feeling. You're feeling indecisive. Like, what if I'm making the wrong call? When have you ever made the wrong call, Aries? Even if you did make the wrong call, you still had so much gas to get up, brush yourself off, take the lessons you learned, and do it again. You have survived 100% of your toughest, lowest, most painful days. You've survived 100% of them, and you will continue to do so because that is who you are. That is who you are in your spirit, in your heart, in your very being. That is who you are. So this self-doubt or this doubt in what you're feeling, you know you are on the right path. I think the crux of this for you, Aries, is that it just feels different because it's slower. It's being done differently because you're trying to implement what you've learned previously, and so the pace is a little bit slower for you, and you're questioning whether you're doing things the right way since you're not seeing results right away, which is how maybe you were accustomed to things working out previously. Because you're coming in now with this new energy entering your vicinity. And it feels like home. It feels like home, this new energy coming in for you. And right now you're just kind of like, things are moving a little slow. Am I even on the right track? Yes, 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 you are, Aries, because you are showing up in your power. What's happening is that you've grown. You're not just relying on the passion. You're understanding how important it is to have a balance in all things. A balance in all things. Earth, air, fire, water. You include yourself, but you are not excluding the others. And that is what is making you strong right now. I really want you to reflect on that, Aries, because you've really made huge strides, significant strides to be where you are right now. You're feeling indecisive, understandably, but you are going to receive news or receive some kind of information that's going to show you that you've progressed and assure you that the moves you've been making for yourself have absolutely been well worth it. What's in your energy that's going to come into your energy, right, or something that the divine is sending your way is the Tower. For some of you, this is a Scorpio, somebody who is helping you shake things up, okay? But this is a major aha moment. This is a major event of enlightenment. Something is going to become very clear to you, Aries, and some kind of foundation you had previously built that was falsely made. Or I should say made on false pretenses, a very weak base, a very weak foundation, a weak belief system, perhaps lies that you were telling yourself or lies that someone was telling you. This is a refreshing new start. With the Tower, yes, it is something sudden and it can be painful. We are going to clarify it. But what I'm getting for you more than anything is that something is going to happen to you so quickly because you slowed down for this time, that it's going to, this Tower moment, I feel like, is going to bring you the fruits of your labor. What you're afraid of is the Sun. You could be connecting with a Leo, okay? If you had a past experience with a Leo, you may be afraid that perhaps this is going to be a repeat of the previous situation. But the thing is, Aries, is that you are moving differently. So even if this person attempts a second chance doing things exactly the way they were previously, you are going to approach this differently. In a way that's going to be more fulfilling and in a much healthier way for yourself. Okay? For others, you are just afraid of success. And that's crazy to me, Aries, because you are all about getting it done and getting the results. Do not be afraid of success. It feels to me like you've been sort of out of the game for a little bit, whatever this has been. Out of practice, maybe you feel like you've been out of practice, and that's why the Eight of Pentacles is in the blocked position. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of what that might do to you, afraid that this might repeat a negative cycle from before. But you are different, Aries. You are different, and that is what all of this is about. You can't repeat the same mistake twice if you learned the first time, and you have. That's why you are moving as slowly as you currently are. Because you're understanding, that there is a balance to all things. Don't sell yourself short. With the outcome, you have the Hierophant. You could be connecting with a Taurus. This is a commitment. This is a contract. This is a marriage. This is a career path. You are going to find yourself exactly where you had planned to be, Aries. You're either going to be put in contact with a boss. You yourself will become a boss. You yourself will become a professional. You will become a parent. You will become whatever this is that you have been fighting to build, fighting to achieve. For some, this is friendship. Just wanting to be to the people you love who they have been to you this whole time and paying it forward. Something about learning to become this person has felt unfamiliar to you. And you wonder if you're even doing it right. You are absolutely doing this right, Aries. Absolutely doing this right. And you are going to see exactly the success you have been working towards. It's going to be written. It's going to be set in stone. It's not something you can avoid. The Tower comes in and it is unavoidable. This is something that is going to reveal itself to you, and there's really no stopping it. And I feel like this is exactly what you were hoping for. Aries, please. Aries, please. The Sun. This is growth. This is happiness. This is success. This feels almost like a rebirth in a similar sense as Judgment. Okay? This feels like contentment, and this is it's like the Ace of Pentacles is what it feels like. Like the sun is warming itself over the pentacle that you have planted, and along with this Knight of Pentacles, wherever that pentacle is being brought to, the sun is following. You are absolutely on the right path, and you are on your way, Aries, to really seeing this success flourish and manifest right before your eyes. With the Emperor clarifying it, we've got the King of Wands. You are standing in your energy, Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this could be someone you're connecting with, a boss, self-employed or otherwise, just excellent at what you do. You take charge. You are a leader. You keep the house warm is what you do. People support you. They look up to you. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are an incredible person. An important person. You're achieving a lot. You are doing and accomplishing quite a number of things. Where this is not you, this is someone that with whom you are connecting. And that is how people view them. With the Eight of Pentacles being the block, we've got the Ten of Wands. So something about getting all the practice in, right? Maybe there's something in your way. The fact that you're trying to take care of 1,000,001 other things is getting in the way of you being able to practice or get better or do whatever this repetitive thing is. Perhaps it's the fact that you are repetitively doing other things that is preventing you from moving forward in a way that feels more satisfying. But I think what's really getting in the way, Aries, is that you have a goal and it's just going a little bit slower than you thought, and that's weighing on you. But I want you to take notice that the Ten of Wands is the block. How much weight there is surrounding this practice, this work, this profession, this skill set. But you are about to drop these wands because it is not sustainable. You are about to be touched by a certain inspiration or motivation that's going to give you a brand new opportunity, outlook, this connection. I'm getting a feeling that there are multiple people involved in this, and that they're offering you a way to either improve upon your current situation because you are so good at what you do, or they see the potential in your leadership and your raw capabilities that they are willing to help you practice, and that you just have to come up with the means of getting the space and the time to practice. And you know exactly how to do that. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But I want to assure you, Aries, that this is exactly how it's going to pan out, and you are meant for this. Whatever it is, you are not selected as a mistake. Imposter syndrome who? Okay? You are meant to do this, meant to be this. And you know it. You're just waiting for a sign. So, hello. Here we are. This is your sign. Knight of Pentacles as the best case scenario with the Lovers. Could be connecting with a Gemini. You could have Gemini very strong in your chart. This is a life path, okay? Absolutely a life path. This is something you have dedicated yourself to, something you've decided for yourself. This is an identity, part of your identity. There is no trick to this, Aries. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Not just where you've chosen for yourself, but where you've been divinely led. The answer is yes, this is for you. The root of why this is all happening with the Six of Wands is the Queen of Wands. So again, your energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, this is about you being recognized for your ability to plan and execute plans. You are the doer. The fact that you have so much energy put behind things, for some this is about maybe aesthetic or physical attributes, right? Because the Queen of Wands is a very charismatic queen. Sometimes she's described as a very voluptuous queen. But someone in general who just turns heads, right? So someone who just, she enters the room and there is a fire about her. There is a light about her. Regardless of physical appearance, right? There is something about her very energy that turns people's heads and make people wonder, who is that? And that recognition right there, that force that you are always carrying with you, is exactly what people are taking notice of. With the Judgment in the past position, we've got the Page of Pentacles, right? So this is an earth sign, possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But in the past, you've recently taken on perhaps a different occupation while you're waiting for something else to come in, right? Or you were just trying to sort of relearn, or like trying to relearn tools of the trade. You might have gone back to school for something. You may have gone back to receive licensure, renew certain classes, credentials, etc. Right? But in general, this is about you trying not to exactly let your skill set get rusty. You might feel like they have a little bit because you haven't been able to dedicate all the time that you wanted to into it. But in general, you've kept things going, right? You've kept things warm. And in the process also picked up some new learning lessons, some new skills that, whether or not you even know, are skills that are actually playing into exactly the path that you are being led to. With the Knight of Cups coming in, we've got clarified the King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. For some, this is a person. This is someone that you're connecting with. This could be an attorney. This could be a manager. This could be the CEO of something. This is a king, right? So this person is definitely at the height of whatever position they hold. This person is a friend. Their intentions towards you and this situation is to help you improve. Where this is not another person external to you, this is who you are becoming. You are becoming somebody who is very honest, very strong spoken, someone who is very intellectual. You're able to plan a little bit better, and more than that, you're able to think ahead. You're able to conceptualize the complications of something and plan accordingly. You are stepping into a very stable space right now, Aries. Very powerful and very stable space. So where this is a brand new sort of job opportunity or career opportunity, I see you being able to sort of manage two things at the same time, because you are hoping to transition full time into another position, if that makes sense. Like you're doing pretty well at two things, but one of those two things you're doing way better than the other because it feels more natural to you. And something about that is coming back in, or you are pursuing it with a renewed vigor. Someone is either going to help you, or you are going to be that very person by just the very virtue of who you are becoming. You become your own hero. And there is something that you're going to do coming in the near future. Something that you do, something you say, the person you talk to. You're going to open a door. Someone's going to open a door for you. An opportunity is going to manifest, and you're going to create a very important connection who, by the goodness of their heart, seeing the goodness in yours, is going to help feed you through a system, through the planning that you have been implementing this entire time. Okay? The Two of Swords with how you currently feel. Again, indecision about the choices. You do not have to select one path right now, Aries. Right? I think what you are trying to decide for yourself, what you're trying to decide for yourself is if where you currently are is sufficient. If what you are currently doing is good enough. And the answer to that is yes. The answer to that is absolutely yes. You don't have to let something go just yet. You don't have to let something go just yet. I almost get the feeling here that you are wondering if it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Like, I feel like you're juggling things, or you're, again, transitioning into something, and you almost feel like, is it time to let it go? Will I be able to tell when it's time to let it go? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You will know. You will know exactly, because that's what this tower is. That's exactly what this tower is and what this clarity is. You are going to know exactly when the right time is to transition forward, making the right moves for yourself, and when to let something else go so that you can go and pursue this project, this experience that it is you really want, that you really see your heart being happy in. With the tower, you have the Ace of Swords. Again, you know. You know. This is not going to be an abrupt, painful, external change. The external changes that come will be I want to say self-inflicted, but there's a better choice of words. But for lack of better word, you are going to implement the correct changes around you externally based on this new information that you are going to receive, okay, that is either already here with you that you are going to take notice of, and you're going to be like, oh my God, wow, I didn't know that before, but now I do, and I can't believe it took me so long to notice. And it does dismantle certain stereotypes, certain doubts, certain indecisions that you had. Something about it is going to bring clarity and light to you, and it's going to disrupt the way things have been going for you, but in a very positive way. It's shedding light where you were confused. You will know, Aries. You will absolutely know. With the sun being what you are afraid of, the success, the time it takes, the exhaustion that comes with it, you know already what goes into this, Aries, and I think there is nothing wrong with being a little intimidated, because that means you acknowledge what will be asked of you. For now, continue to work hard, continue to do exactly what you've been doing, because it's been a little bit slower paced. Whatever this is that you've been doing, it's been slower paced, and it's been feeding you. It's been drip feeding you through your healing and through this learning of a new skill set, or making a new friend, making new connections, whatever this is. There's something that's been feeding your understanding of what is to come and who you are and what you require in your life. You're afraid of what this new chapter or what this new opportunity or new person is going to demand of you, knowing that it is going to be exactly what you had been asked, what you had been asking for. Right? So take it slow. You don't have to say no or yes to anything right now, but when the time comes, it's going to feel easy. Saying yes or no is going to feel easy, because your mind and your heart are going to finally be caught up. With the Hierophant in the outcome, we've got the Knight of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. For some of y'all, this is traveling. This is something that is going to require moving fairly abruptly. And I'm getting that this is almost like a jet-setter lifestyle, because the Knight of Wands is someone who is on and off, stop and go, stop and go. So this is someone who is like always on the go, but to different places. Very Sagittarius energy, very adventurer type of energy. So if this is a job that you've been looking for, or a career path, Aries, this is something that will allow you to work remotely, and if anything might require traveling fairly frequently. Something that's going to ask you to move around or just jump around in tasks. You're going to have to be a multitasker in whatever this is, but it's all pertaining to the same job description. It's not like you're being asked to juggle multiple jobs at the same time. This is one job that requires you to just be very good at multiple tasks, because it is a big job and no one else can do it but you, because you have the skill set to do it. For some, this is about the boss you're connecting with, a Taurus or a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And that is this person who is someone that maybe you have always known to be on or off, but someone who ultimately is going to help you step into this next step, this next chapter, help you with the paperwork, even help you to get through a process on your own with some of their guidance. But ultimately, this is someone who takes what they do very seriously, especially with the Hierophant. It's someone who, while they themselves as a person might seem kind of like, kind of sketch, kind of sus, not sure if I really trust you type of energy, but then you see how they do their job, and you're like, oh, okay, fine. Like, yeah, I wouldn't exactly follow you down a path, but the way you handle business, the way you do work, I see where the value is in your advice, in your guidance. I see that you're good at what you do. For others of you, this is just you. You know, this is just you. Could be someone that you're connecting with romantically as well, right? If it's someone that you're connecting with romantically, understand that this person does not like to be tied down. All right, so if this is something you know of them, then consider this confirmation. If this is something that you don't really know that well, or that you're hoping is not part of their character, I think there is an aspect of their personality that you might not be respecting, or you might be in a little bit of denial about. But this is exactly who they are. What you see is what you get with this person. Final message, please, for Aries. Listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So what this is telling me right now, Aries, is that whatever you are doing, this journey that you are going down, this new experience, this new project, endeavor, this new relationship, this new job, career path, skill set, whatever it is, okay, this new pursuit, this is not something that you are going to do alone. There is a significant aspect to whatever this is that is requiring you to leave yourself open to understanding the sort of rules of engagement. Okay? This, whatever you're going to do, is going to require, I'm getting teamwork. There's something that's going to involve many different people, or at least one other person. And in order for this to be conducive to a very positive outcome, the one that you already have here laid out, it's going to require you to, yes, be a leader, right? Be a leader, but understand that you are now working with another person or with other people who are also very good at what they do. So this is less about being, being too sort of aggressive, right? It is exactly your aggression and pursuit that got you to where you are and to being as good as you are at what you do, and for being so just persistent, right? You never stopped. You kept going and going, and you were strong about it, and you never stopped. Even if you had to slow down, you never stopped. And that is an attribute that you are being recognized for. Moving into this next chapter, just be aware that because you are now either taking advice from other people, which will be needed, keep in mind that while you are good at what you do, you are being asked to now step into a terrain that you are unfamiliar with. So this does mean that while you have the capabilities to excel in this next step, it requires that you take on that student role just one more time, so that you can listen to whoever is trying to guide you forward into that next step. Someone here is better at something than you are. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a teamwork, a partnership. Y'all are like on the same, you're on equal grounds, but you do different things. So this is now a time where you can draw on each other's expertise, you can draw from their expertise, and you're going to be moving in a space that's going to require either partnership or just teamwork with many other people. And you are going to find yourself truly benefiting and moving through this process a lot more quickly if you keep yourself open to their advice, their feedback, and just the rules of engagement is what I'm getting here. It's the rules of engagement that are going to help determine how quickly you are able to get through and transition through to this next stage that you are currently working into. Okay? So Aries, thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I feel incredibly blessed to have been here to clarify, to offer you clarity and guidance. This is incredible. This shift is amazing, and I can't wait to see what comes for you in March. If you found that this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let me know. And if you would like a personal reading, remember that my information is in the description box below. You could also send me an email at ladyoftheunknown555@gmail.com. And until next time, my friends, I will see you. Take care, be well, and I'm sending you all of my love. See you later, Aries.